Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of DadVGirls After Hours, episode 48, and it is the first episode of the year.
Happy New Year, guys! Oh,
we need like horns, you know, that DJ. Yeah, well, you can see I'm in a good mood and I'm excited for 2025.
yay! Woo!
That seemed fake. I don't believe that for 1 second.
Don't make me do it again.
But yeah, we have had, I mean, obviously this is the first episode of the year and this is the first time we've recorded since Christmas, before Christmas. So we can just talk about how amazing Christmas was.
It was so nice.
This was my best Christmas.
Your best performing Christmas.
My best performing. Was I on a performance review?
You
What do
was.
mean my best
and you
performing?
passed. And you passed.
I got in the Christmas spirit like I've never got in the Christmas
You
spirit.
did. Every year we call you the Grinch, and it's become a thing that even everyone knows you as the Grinch. But this year, my friend, Grinch no longer. Now we did woo! Woo woo woo.
So yeah, I mean, I don't want to toot my own horn, so I'll let you.
No.
You go ahead. You just tell him how it was.
No, do you know what it was? It was the fact that what I said.
No,
Jokes.
he's not going to take credit for this.
No, you.
No, do you know what? I do recognize that. Not so much like recently, but there was a time when I was unnecessarily negative around Christmas, right? Especially when it brings joy to so many people, especially you, right?
Especially me.
And I was like,
and the kids, it's magical.
Yeah, but like, even if I just talk about you, like, it's your favorite, because my Grinchness didn't really affect the kids. It was more like I would just be a bit negative, and it would probably dampen your enjoyment. Like, your favorite time of year is like winter and Christmas. Oh.
Bless me. Sorry, it's because I looked up at the light.
Don't look at the light. Come back, Sarah.
Yeah, go on. Sorry.
Yeah, your favorite time of year is winter and Christmas,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's like, and I was thinking, oh, imagine if like my favorite time of the year is summer. Imagine if Sarah got all negative around summer. Like, oh, I don't like summer.
Imagine.
That'd be really annoying for me.
It would.
So I was like, okay, cool. Each year, like, I've tried a little bit more to do it, but this year I was like, no, I'm going all in. Even like the Elf on the Shelf, I was being a bit negative about it on the podcast, and then you were like saying about
what it's not about you, it's what it brings other people.
And then when I actually looked at how much excitement it brought to the kids, I was like, why am I being such a Scrooge about this? This is ridiculous.
And on that, I need to say,
no,
because
let's not talk about this.
An Elf on the Shelf, right? Basically, one of the things we did was we wrapped the kitchen in tissue. Toilet paper. Joel filmed it, put it on his Instagram. So everyone was like, oh, because Joel's involved now, it's a great one. And basically, like, I bet Sarah's really annoyed at this. And I was like, Joel, you need to put on your Instagram that was my idea. He was like, absolutely not. I was like,
let the people believe what the people want to believe.
No, I said, because I don't film that I do these kind of things, people don't think like, but it was me. And I said to him, I know what we should do tonight. We should TP the kitchen. You went, no, not doing that.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. I promise on the girls' lives. Yes, you did. Me. Yeah, it did. And I went, come on. And Casey was there, and she went, come on. We started, and then you got involved. And it was much better when you got involved.
When I get involved, I get involved.
Yeah, because then I couldn't reach. You were putting it around the lights.
Yeah, you was putting it all on the floor now. It's just like a big mess.
Yeah, around the tree, but I couldn't reach.
When you have it like hanging, like all through, like they could just run.
They
through
loved it. So yeah, actually. So if you saw Joel's Instagram, it's a lie. Don't believe it.
I never said it was me. People just, it led them to believe.
You didn't say it was me when people were saying in the comments, like.
I didn't correct them. But yeah, so like lots of different things, like even like the thing that I always, actually this year, I was going to say, the thing that I always dread is getting all the decorations out of the loft. We didn't do that this year.
No.
Like, what?
Well,
as much as I'm a changed man, Sarah is a changed woman.
No, because the way it happened is.
Sorry, my phone's gone off. It's not like me.
Always.
Yeah, go on.
So what had happened is the office had needed my one of my Christmas trees to do a photo shoot. So I got it out, and as I got it out, I got like the little tree out for my front room. So I just got that out and put it up. So that was up early because I'd already got out the other tree. And then another photo shoot came along. So we ended up buying a new tree for me for the kitchen. So we put that up, and it was so beautiful, just how it looked.
The tree on its
It
own,
didn't need any decorations. So for
it's
ages.
just phenomenal. And like, it's all pre-lit. Well, we spoke about it before, but like it folds open and it's just like up in like 2 seconds. And then it was up and we were just like, it's actually so beautiful. You don't even really need to decorate it. But then about 3 days before Christmas,
we then decorated it. But I didn't
guys,
get all my other stuff out, which I normally
on.
do.
When Sarah decorates the tree, right, it's supposed to be like a family event. So we all start getting stuff out. And every time you put something on the tree or one of the kids puts something on the tree, she comes over and she takes it off and she moves it somewhere else. And we're not allowed to put up like the sentimental ones that don't look as nice, but actually make us feel warm and fuzzy inside. Sarah's like, no, like things that the kids like Casey and Grace made when they're at school, like little gingerbread men, she'll put them on like the back of the tree where no one can see. This year, you were like, no, everyone can put them where they want.
Because you know what, actually, I think you saying it, I think maybe TikTok helped me. Because
not me.
No, why would it be you?
I don't know, just because I say it every year, like you should put them.
No.
Oh, TikTok helped.
No, because what it was is like I always want it to look perfect and be this perfect tree. And then when TikTok was saying like, let's bring back the 90s where the trees look like this, you know, like how I grew up as a kid, and I just thought, again, like kind of what I was saying to you, it's meant to be about the kids, and I was just thinking, it actually doesn't matter if it's perfect, like it, and it was. We had such a nice time doing it, and Maddie put about 5 at the bottom, and they stayed there. I didn't remove them because every time I looked at my tree, I loved that I could see where Maddie had done it. So that will be a new thing that I will do it with everyone, and they can put it on, because I actually really enjoyed it. I mean, I did guide a couple, like, oh, we've got a few clustered here, maybe put some over there. But they put over there was...
But also just like, I actually really like having the decorations on the tree that have like memories, things we bought.
Yeah.
Like, we've got the Grinch one we bought from Universal. We've got the Starbucks little cup that I bought when we went to Texas.
Yeah.
And like all those things that I love those. And you always were such a Scrooge about them. So yeah.
Not the Grinch one, only the Starbucks one.
So anyway, and the gingerbread men that Casey and Grace made at school as little children.
It's paper. I mean, it's lovely, and I had it on the front.
But Grace's one is all stitched in that. It's like made of felt and stuff. It's really nice. Casey's one's sketch, proper sketch. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I was a lot more relaxed and chilled this year, I believe. I think.
Yeah, you were.
But
also, I think all in all, we both made an effort to be, I don't know. It was such a nice Christmas.
It was so nice. And guys, thanks to this podcast, I don't know if you remember the last video that when we filmed talking about Christmas Eve, saying that we would love for my mum and dad to stay over, but they couldn't because they obviously have Buddy the dog and he can't come because of Joel's allergies. Well, a family friend actually listens to this podcast that we didn't know listened, and she sent me a message to be like, I'm actually home over Christmas with the family. He can come to me. So she ended up messaging my dad and having the dog from Christmas Eve to Boxing Day. So my mum and dad stayed with us for 2 nights, Christmas Eve and Christmas Day.
It was so
nice. Like,
we were all so excited to have them, because the thing is, we were saying like, obviously it's just Roz and Pete, just Nan and Grandad that live at home.
Yeah.
And they don't get to wake up and have that excitement with like the kids and stuff. And that's what makes Christmas exciting, is when you've got small kids in the house. And we were like, come. Yeah, so obviously they came over. Your dad Christmas morning was more excited than any of the kids.
When he
was jumping around the land. He's like, it's Christmas, in his PJs. And I was like,
so cute.
This is Christmas. This just is like incredible.
Because I was saying to them, because obviously they, like you said, it's just the 2 of them. So they wake up on Christmas morning, it's just the 2 of them. And then they go to the cemetery, which is really sad. So I'm like, you're starting your day off sad. Whereas actually, if you start your day off happy and be around the kids, when you go to the cemetery, it only takes a little bit out of your...
You were saying like, it's like you're starting with a full cup.
That my analogy was, like, started with a full cup. Even if it empties
a little bit more when you go down to the cemetery, you still already... Like, it's a nice little
Whereas actually, if you
that.
start like... So just a little tip, if anyone has... You know, like for like people, my mum and dad probably would never have thought to try and make to stay.
Yeah.
But actually, they said
I think the only caveat to that is probably a lot of people, the thought of their in-laws coming and staying overnight for Christmas, for some people would be like, hell no.
Well, they actually said it was their best Christmas since Mickey's passed.
Yeah.
Like, because Mickey loved Christmas. It was his favourite.
Maybe banging down your mum and dad's door when he
When he moved out and
at
he had a
like 6
baby,
in the morning, 7 in the morning or
he'd
something.
still wake them up, and that excitement. So it was really nice. So yeah, I think that'd be a new tradition now, as long as we've got someone that can have the dog. But yeah.
Yeah. So thank you so much to Nikki, who watches the podcast and had Buddy. That
Yeah.
made such a big
it really,
difference to
really
us.
did. Yeah.
So yeah, and then and Christmas Day, I mean, I just basically
You cooked everything.
I took over the cooking, really. I took control. Normally, Ryan is the one who, it's like, so me, Ryan and Pete, I've said this before, me, Ryan and Pete are the cooks on the day. It's been like that for about last 6 plus 7
Oh,
years.
yeah, more than
Maybe
that.
More, like
More
8
than
years,
that.
10 years, I don't
Yeah.
know. So the hierarchy is Ryan's in charge, then me, and then Pete, right? So it's kind of like Ryan's leading it. I'm, and then I don't know what Pete's doing, but just joking. Pete is helpful. So this year I was like, okay, because at first it basically we didn't know if Ryan was going to be there Christmas Day because
he was meant to be working.
He was supposed to be working.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I've got to step up. Got some big shoes to fill here. So I was like, basically just like super organized with how I want it all to go.
But you'd practiced. You'd actually been practicing
on
a Sunday roast,
Sunday.
and they have been amazing. Like, genuinely, I actually don't like roasts. Do I? If you was to like, let's go for a roast, I never really would. Like, I don't enjoy them. And my favourite thing is a Yorkshire pudding. Joel's roast got that good that I was noticing I wasn't eating my Yorkshire puddings.
Damn,
like,
girl.
Like, genuinely.
Those Yorkshires.
No, genuinely, they were so good. So you'd been practicing?
Yeah, because the thing is, I could never quite master the roast potatoes, and now I've managed to crack it.
And Ryan said when he turned up and he saw your list of like what timings everything's going in, you'd already like.
What I did, because what I realised as well is every year we all spend way too long in the kitchen, because it's almost like you put the meat in and then there's always stuff to do, but you can basically, something that could take you maybe 3 hours, you could end up being in there 5 hours. So I basically wrote down everything on a piece of paper, like a schedule of when I need to be in the kitchen. Like, come back in the kitchen, it's time to put the potatoes in. Yeah. Then I don't need to be in the kitchen for another hour or whatever.
And also my sister came Christmas Eve to drop off the meat and the veg, and she spent like an hour just prepping it. She peeled it all, she put it all in pots of cold water. So like, on Christmas Day, there was none of that, which actually was really good, because then you just around a little bit longer for the kids to play and open their toys, and which they're desperate, aren't they, to play with you? Like,
the only thing that I might change for next year is I was saying, like, we eat Christmas dinner at about, what time do we eat?
At 2, 3?
Somewhere around 2. No, probably like somewhere between 2:30 and 3.
Oh, 2 and 3, and you say 2:30 and 3. Oh, so sorry for the half an hour.
Maybe like 2:35. Okay? Get real specific. In my head, I was going to say 2:30 and 3:30, but then I
2, 3. No, Sarah, you're wrong.
Sarah, you're way off there,
between
my
2
friend.
and 3.
I was just going to correct you because you're really way off there. So anyway, what happens there is obviously being in the kitchen, cooking, it's quite knackering, and then everyone eating a huge roast. It like just wipes you out. So I always end up having a cheeky little nap on the sofa. And then I feel like it's hard to then get back into like playing games and stuff, because everyone's energy is like really low. But I'm thinking, why don't we just play games before, make Christmas dinner like at dinner time, say like 5:30. Yeah. And then after we've all had dinner, like if we played games all day, then just chill out, watch a Christmas movie, wind down for the evening. Yeah. I think we should try that. Actually, also, I want to hear in the comments, what time do you guys have Christmas dinner? Also, the other thing I want to know is if anyone's ever had a chef, because you've said about how people can have a chef. Like, we wouldn't do it because we were saying about how... I don't know anyone who's done it, but there's quite a lot of us. So I did then, but it was like someone who worked for somebody, and her job is to find a chef throughout the year to cook for them. But we were saying like it'd be a bit awkward for us because our space is so open. Like, we were always in the kitchen. So we're in the kitchen, so we'd be in the kitchen, they'd be cooking, and then when we're eating, they would be like cleaning up the kitchen next to us. It would, I don't know, I think it would feel a bit odd. Yeah, that's what I think. I think where there's so many of us, like if you actually worked it out like price per head, like it wouldn't work out that expensive.
I don't know how much it would be, but yeah.
I don't know, but I feel like it would work if we had a kitchen that was like separate to where we would all be spending time. But anyway.
Yeah. Although you never know, they might be really fun and want to join in the game. They might like be really.
Or they might be really
chipping
not
in.
fun and really awkward and annoying, but still want to join in. And then
Yeah.
you've just spent your Christmas with some random person who's muscled in on it. But yeah.
Everyone welcome.
Yeah, and obviously after all the Christmas food and just pigging out all over Christmas, January, never a better time to get back on track with your health and fitness goals. Which brings us into today's sponsor, which is Huel. So guys, if you haven't heard of Huel before, it's essentially a high protein meal in a ready to drink bottle. The thing that I love about it, there's no cooking, there's no meal prep, and it's healthy. So for me, when I'm coming into the office, I never either don't have time or I never remember to do any kind of meal prep, and then I end up eating bad. So with this, literally grab this, stick it in the fridge, and then I've got a healthy, balanced meal ready to go.
Okay, so I have the black edition, which is chocolate flavour. Of course, I'm going to go for chocolate.
I have the vanilla black edition also ready to drink, and I actually love vanilla. I love chocolate, but I don't know. I just chose vanilla today.
It's delicious.
I was feeling the vanilla.
So they actually have 35 grams of protein in each bottle, which is really good because I always struggle to hit my protein each day anyway. So I think this is really good.
Yeah. Another thing that I love about this, it has been designed by experts and it gives you all the nutrients that your body needs from a meal. So it takes all of the guesswork out of healthy eating. Guys, you don't have to take my word for this. You need to try this for yourself. Join the community of Hooligans. We have an exclusive offer of 10% plus a free gift for new customers when you use the code AFTERHOURS at Huel.com.
Unlock a healthier, easier way to eat with Huel.
Nutritionally complete meals in minutes so that you can focus on what really matters. All right, actually, before we get properly stuck into resolutions and stuff, I just want to go back to Christmas gifts this year.
And Christmas, because we've still got loads. I feel like we've still got so much to cover.
Really? What else have we got to talk about?
How helpful you were.
Oh, actually, yeah, we can make time for that.
Christmas presents. I don't know. I felt like there was loads more.
Let's just get into how helpful I was. That sounds like a good topic. It's not something I thought we were going to talk about, to be honest. I didn't put it on the show.
No, genuinely. So what had happened is we worked so hard in November. I crammed everything in. November was actually quite stressful. But I was just saying to everybody, it just means we get a really nice December. We've put all our podcast filming. We did all our YouTube filming. Like work-wise, we had to sign everything off and just make sure everything was done. Like we let everyone at work from home so that people were also relaxed in the office. Like so then you could fully switch off, and it made such a difference. I really believe that because you were so switched off, there was no like answers you had to like unanswered things you had to think about, or so your brain was fully in.
The thing is, because like Sarah was like really militant with like this is the cut-off date. It was like early December. You had your cut-off date.
Yeah.
And I had a cut-off date of like, like you can't ask us for anything after this. Like when like even like brand deals and stuff, we were like, we're not taking any more, like we're not taking on anything else. If anyone in the office needs anything, like this is the date everything has to be done by.
Also as well, like our PA is actually like my best friend. I've been friends with her since we're 11. So when I say this is what I want to do, she is so for us as a family and knows how important that is, that she was also, so if anyone said to her, I need a meeting, nope, Sarah and Jock, she was so strict.
Yeah.
Because as much as I say I'd be strict.
She wouldn't even come to us and ask us to then give me the opportunity to be like, oh, I suppose we can squeeze it in. Because that's what I would do.
She was like, no, they're off. Like, and she'd be reminding people, remember they're off. If you need something, this is the time. Like, she was militant as well. Like,
so what also I think worked was you had a cut-off date. Everyone in the office had like a date when they start working from home. I then had a few days of like, I could like just work by myself, right?
Yeah.
So not in the office, just by myself, like tying off all my loose ends, right? And then basically I had a list of things I had to do before Christmas, and then anything else I was just putting on a list after Christmas. So I then had that time to wind down. And because there was such a long time to wind down, like my brain actually started to switch off, which never ever happens.
Yeah.
Because I'm always thinking about work. And then what we've realized is that, like, obviously if you guys watch the podcast regularly, you'll know all of Sarah's frustrations with with yours truly. And I think what it is what we've learned is that my brain can't
It can't think
cope.
of more than it
So
can't.
like,
It can't. You can't focus at home if there's so much on your brain with work. Like you physically can't. And we've had multiple arguments over me thinking that it's kind of like it kind of. Well, I would feel like you don't care, whereas actually it's not.
so like me not being like at home, like not really helping, or it kind of coming across like I'm not. I don't know how to explain it. Like, what would you say?
Or being lazy, like
It comes
because
across as lazy.
yeah, it could, but now seeing how
So then
how
over
good
Christmas,
it
I was
is.
just like, because I was so switched off, and then I also made a conscious effort to be like, anything that Sarah asked me to do, I'm just gonna be like, yeah, and I'm not gonna be like, oh, I'll do it later, or oh, I'll do it when I want to do it. It'd be like, okay, cool. Like she'd be like, right, let's get all the presents out, and normally I'd be like, oh, can we just do it later or whatever. And then I was like, yeah, cool, let's do it. Or let's wrap the rest of the presents. Yeah, let's do it. Oh, let's do this. Yeah, cool. Let's just get it
No, I
done.
will tell you one thing that I was the most shocked at. Joel one day came down. He went into the utility room. Now, for me, it was organised chaos. So if anyone else has this, like I basically pulled all the washing out, I put it into piles all on the floor, the colours and everything. So I knew what I had to do. I had the ironing pile piled up and I had that clean washing. I had loads of clothes in the area because even though it's Christmas, I still got to do like 3 loads a day when there's so many of us in the bloody house. But you went in there and you came out and you was like, what did you say?
What I actually said versus what Sarah heard. This is where it's funny. I came at you too and went, oh, I was like, oh my lord. I was like, that is seriously
Getting it out of
that
hand.
is getting out of hand in
or
the
out of
utility
control
room.
or something like that.
It's getting out of control in there. Do you want some help? Yeah, those are my words. All she heard was, oh my God, it's getting out of control in there as I've walked out and shut the door. Sarah's gone into defensive mode of like, I can't remember what you said, but it was like, well, it's like this and da 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 da. I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I was like, you didn't hear. I followed that up with, would you like some help sorting it? And you're like, oh,
Yes.
yes, please.
I said yes, please, because I thought, accept the offer. I didn't then have your help. I had sorted it by lunchtime, but
It wasn't an empty gesture. It's just that she just decided to do it by herself. But yeah, I do think.
But I was shocked you'd even notice. Normally you would have gone in there, thrown whatever well, why are you even bringing your washing down? Jeez, wow. I just realised. You must have brought
I brought
washing down.
a few times.
Wait, what?
I brought.
Wait, what?
I brought the
I
washing
just
down.
realised you must have brought
I brought
washing
the whole
down.
washing basket down. Like, and people watching this are gonna be like, why does this guy feel the need to be praised for bringing the washing down?
No, I need to praise you.
No, but the thing is like I can't help it, right? I normally just don't notice and don't think. I'm like so walk around the house like oblivious to what's going on. But now all of a sudden I was like not oblivious because I had nothing else going on in my brain. I was like, oh, that needs sorting, that needs tidying. Oh, I'll bring that down.
No, so what I've realised is from
Joel
this
needs to
whole
become
situation-
unemployed to be the perfect husband.
yeah.
I just need to be a stay-at-home dad.
No, because it has caused us loads of arguments. I do get so frustrated. Sometimes there was times when I'd think, I think it'd be easier if you didn't live here.
No, I felt like that as well. Like still be together, but I just have my own place.
Because I was like,
because I could just mess
more
it up.
chaos or you don't help out. Like anyway, but what I realised is that I'm not going to be as much of like the expectation now that I understand your brain more. Like I think I know you better than anyone else anyway, which I do. But
She knows me better than
I've now learned even more about you that I think
I'm just like an onion. There's just layers to me, you know. And
you
I
make me
stink.
cry. No, I do. I think it's really good that I've learned that because one, not only can I not like if I'm setting you expectations that you're just going to fail, like no wonder why we're arguing. Do you know what I mean? But now I think it also I can help you to have a clearer head, knowing how important that was to you and to us as a whole household. Like it's important. Like even like before we go on holiday. Yes, we can kind of sign off, but we don't always. But maybe that's also like one or two of the holidays that we have. Like we need to fully be able to switch off. Like
Yeah, I think it's like just being like more intentional with like things like at work, for example, being intentional of like, okay, have like make sure everything is signed off and don't take it for granted that, oh, well, I'm on the end of the phone or I can just think about that while I'm away. It's kind of like I need to like almost like empty my brain of everything and satisfy myself that everything is either signed off or doesn't need to be signed off.
Yeah.
So no, it was good though. It meant that we then just like, we didn't argue. We had a good time. And I actually felt better about myself because I don't feel good about myself when I'm like that. But I genuinely like, it's not like an intentional thing. Like, oh, I'm going to be selfish. I'm going to be lazy.
No, I believe that now.
He's literally like, I can't help it. Like I try and I'm like, yeah. So
that's well done. Here is your medal.
Oh, you should have actually got me a medal. You could have got me a little trophy. I could have put it up here. I know that some people will be watching this infuriated at the fact that this man child needs to be praised for taking the washing out. But it wasn't just the washing. There was lots of things.
No, daily.
I was genuinely trying to be a better person.
I honestly like you. Yeah, daily. So even if anyone does think anything negative, like they haven't lived what we live of how the frustration. So there was a huge change, and it was
I think a lot of people will be able to relate because, like, if we look at, I think there are sometimes I do compare myself to other people around. It's like some people are those types of men that they are really helpful around the house, and then there's others that are like me, and either their wives are frustrated or they gave up a long time ago.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Sarah didn't give up a long time ago. She still gets frustrated. But yeah. Will, producer, is just pulling up some trophies that potentially could get me. Wow, what is that?
The washing!
Trophy on top of a washing machine. Wow. Listen.
That's yours.
I'll pretend I didn't see it.
I mean, he didn't actually then put a wash on.
I hung washing up, though.
You did hang up washing the error. Do you know how to do a washing machine? I'm going to teach you.
No, I don't. I draw a line. There's a line that gets drawn. There was a couple of things where I did say, so I draw a line there.
Oh.
Tied in the playroom. Can't do it. Sorry.
I didn't ask you to ever tidy the playroom.
No, but Sarah, old me needed to be told. New me doesn't need to be told. I went to walk in to help.
You walked out.
I got to the door and I went, nah, I swear I draw the line. I can't. The playroom, it's a million pieces of stuff that I have no idea where it goes. And I don't even know.
I can show you.
No.
Everything has a place. I can show you.
I'll do something else right now while you're doing that. But yeah, I draw the line at the playroom.
No, it was good.
But yeah.
Gifts.
Oh God, guys, where do we start with the gifts? So if you've been watching the podcast, you'll know that I potentially had quite a lot of anxiety going into Christmas because I got absolutely roasted by Sarah and told off because last year I returned all of my gifts pretty much that Sarah and Casey got me.
Yeah.
I returned them because I didn't like them. I knew I wouldn't wear them. I appreciated them. I was like, oh, this really thoughtful. I appreciate it. I'm thankful for everything I've got, but I can't bear to put this stuff in the wardrobe knowing I won't wear it. So I took it back. Okay. And then Sarah was like having a go at me this year, leading up to Christmas. She was like, you were getting stressed because you're like, you're not telling me anything you want. Last year you took
and you shopped.
Back.
You bought loads of stuff.
And
that's
then
why.
Just leading up to Christmas, I had no clothes. I had nothing to wear, and I was like, I can't wait to Christmas. I have to buy myself clothes. And then you were like, oh, you're gonna buy stuff that I've already bought you, but I didn't.
Nearly did.
No, nearly didn't. Nothing you bought me did I nearly buy.
The knit jumper.
No, I wasn't.
It was.
Didn't know. Didn't
because I gave it to you early.
I'd already ordered my stuff then. I didn't buy it. I nearly did, but I didn't.
Okay.
All right. Anyway, and you gave that to me early. But anyway, so no, I didn't actually end up buying anything. But Seth, of all the gifts that I got you this Christmas, how many are you returning and how many are you keeping?
I am keeping 2, my Nike trainers and my perfume. Beautiful.
Yeah.
I am
returning everything else.
Hold on. Hold on.
Oh, how the tables have turned.
He ordered me trainers, but he ordered me the wrong ones, so I don't like them ones you ordered.
Oh, how the turns have tabled.
I wanted them ones that he has, and he ordered me the ones that are bigger, and you agreed they make my feet look like clown feet because they're so big on my tiny little feet. So I just want you to exchange them for the right ones. You ordered me a tracksuit that is too big, so that has to go back because it's too big. So I don't think they count.
Yeah, I can see where you're going with that. But the thing is, I'm not offended.
I'm not offended if you was exchanging things. You sent everything back, and that was that. Like, in fact, you sent everything back. He had the voucher, and he spent it to buy gifts this year.
Everything I took back, I put on a Selfridges gift card.
Because I think I thought it was a honey, we need to talk about this, about how it switched. Because the gifts I bought you last year, you got. Oh, sorry.
I used the money.
You used the money to buy from the gift card to buy our gifts. And
That is a very...
The gifts you bought me, I asked for, but you got the wrong trainers, and the tracksuit just so happened to be too big for me. So...
Oh, she's skinny.
No,
yeah, so
this must be a different size because I'm not skinny after all the food I've eaten.
But it's fine because I wouldn't bring it up ever again. I'm not going to bring it up in December.
No, it's because I'm just exchanging. I'm not returning.
The Kif jumper I bought you?
Oh, yeah, I am returning. No, I exchanged it. I've ordered a different one.
Yeah, okay. So anyway, yeah, so tables did turn.
Although I do have
really
to return
happy.
everything. Casey and Grace. Grace bought me Uggs and they don't fit, so I need a different size for them. And Casey bought me really nice, like her gifts this year. Like she bought me a Loewe scarf, but I tried, but it's so itchy. Like it literally my neck. I was like, I can't wear this. I put it around your neck, and you're like, oh yeah. I went up to Casey. I'm really sorry. I got to return this because I felt so guilty. I was like, I can't. And she
doesn't feel nice, does it?
No, it's horrible.
Yeah, but
and I put it around her
when
neck.
someone then makes you feel bad about it, like almost a year later, it's like, yeah.
I'm still going
actually,
to.
yeah. So me and Casey went shopping a few days before Christmas. So basically, I was going shopping. This can be a new tradition of mine. I like to go into London a few days before Christmas. It gets me in the Christmas spirit and buy my gifts. So I'd already got most of my gifts, but I decided I was going to buy...
He said he loved it so much he's going to buy all the gifts next year.
I'm not. That would be a disaster. So I decided...
He said no one would like that. You would hate that. I was like, agreed.
Yeah, you would. You love buying the gifts. So I decided... The thing that I don't like on Christmas morning is, especially with Casey and Grace, I don't mind so much with the little ones, is them opening their presents, coming over, saying thank you to me with... this kind of like thank you, even though you have absolutely no idea what we got and you're as surprised as us when we open our gifts, right? It's an ongoing joke, but it doesn't make me feel good. So I'm like, okay, with Casey and Grace, I've done it 1 year before, but this year I was like, okay, I don't necessarily feel the need to do it with the little ones, but with Casey and Grace, I'm going to buy them a gift every Christmas now. So one gift that's like specifically from me that I then feel good about. So I was like, I'm going to go into London. Then Casey's like, oh, I'm going to come with you. And I was like, first I was like, no, because I need to get your gift. And I was like, but me and Casey never go shopping together. So I was like, actually, it's quite nice. So we had such a nice shopping trip. And first of all, she got me to buy stuff that wasn't black, because obviously I always wear just black.
For yourself, yeah.
So she was like, she picked up the jumper. She's like, she said, I need to get you another Christmas gift. So she got this jumper. It was like a really bright blue.
It's really nice.
She picked it up and I was like, there's absolutely no way in hell that I'm wearing that. You know I wouldn't wear that. Like it almost the blue that we were talking about from last year. And then she's like, just try it on. So I tried it on. I was like, oh my God, I actually love it.
Hold on, I just realised.
Yeah, it's amazing. That similar kind of blue.
The blue that you would never wear.
Never wear that. Getting hot in it. So she got me to try it on and I actually loved it. And she bought me that for Christmas. And then
but we'll say it like the blue brings out the colour of your... I'm being too nice on this podcast. Let's move on.
No, go on. Brings out the colour of my eyes.
Your big head. You're gonna walk out of here some big ass head.
I'll have to wear the jumper on the podcast one day so I can show you lot what it is. But
well, I did a video of you on Christmas Day of like you guys doing all the food, and so many people were like, oh my gosh, can't believe Daniel's in blue.
So can we leave Daniel in 2024? Can we just go into 2025 with like, my name's Joel, right?
Hi, my name's Joel and I like to wear blue.
My name's Joel. So this is the funny thing, right? Is I told Sarah that I wanted these from Cole Buxton. They're called mules. They're kind of like Uggs for men, like slip-ons. They sound really horrible, but they're not. So I'd said to Sarah, because she's asked me for gift ideas, I want these cold box and mules. So I thought, of course, she's bought them for me, right?
Bear in mind, Casey'd already bought them for you at this point when
Oh.
you asked for them.
Spoiler alert.
Oh.
Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert for the story.
Oh, sorry.
Just pretend we didn't hear that.
Oh,
So
soz.
they had the cold box and mules at Selfridges, and I tried them on. I said to Casey, these are what Mum's getting me for Christmas, right? But they had a green, like a dark green pair, like a khaki, and they had black. And I said, in case, oh, the green ones look really nice. So I told Mum to get me the black ones. I was like, now I really think I want the green ones. So I was like, look, don't tell Mum I said this, but when you get home, say to Mum, I think you prefer the green ones. Get her to order me the green ones in time for Christmas.
I think it's good that the listeners know that Casey'd already bought it, because you can imagine her infuriation.
Yeah.
When you're saying, tell Mum,
So
I actually
meanwhile,
don't want the black ones that Casey already has at home.
Casey's already bought me the black ones, right? So I'm saying, tell Mum, order me the green ones. Then on Christmas Day, yeah, because I was nervous about sending stuff back, from the previous conversations of that. Then I'll have both pairs, try them on, and whatever ones I don't like, I'll send them back, and then she'll be happier, and I'll be happier. The whole
She
time
comes
she's
home,
got them.
Are you kidding? Dad said he now wants the green. I've brought him the black. And I was like, oh no. So you're saying to the wrong person.
Christmas Day, I opened the present from her. She looks at me as I open it. She's like, you dickhead. I was like, oh, thanks. She's like, you're such a dickhead.
She'd already got them because you'd mentioned them ages ago.
So anyway, turns out they were a little bit small for me, so she had to change them anyway. But then I ordered the green ones. And then I basically said to I want both. So I was like, you can just change the black ones in my size and I'll buy the green ones for myself. So yeah.
Happy endings.
Yeah. And everything that Sarah got me, I'm keeping. She's a Christmas miracle in itself. You did really well.
Thanks. Well, you did send one jacket back.
What?
The matching to the tracksuit bottoms.
No, you gave that to me before Christmas, so it doesn't count.
No, because I was like, you know what, you're probably going to hate it.
She threw it at me. She went, you're probably going to hate it anyway. Just try it on. Just try it on now. I went, I don't need to try it on because I know I don't like it. So
you like the trousers, but not the matching jacket.
Yeah. So technically, everything you gave me on Christmas Day, I'm keeping. And I love it. Love every
and now
bit of it.
Got his birthday, but we'll save that for another pod. Oh
Lord.
Oh Lord, I've tried. So my favourite Christmas gift given this year has to be Sophie's makeup desk.
Oh yeah.
So Sophie recently has got into she doesn't really understand it, but like products and makeup and she knows of Drunk Elephant. She has no idea how to use it, or a brand called Bubble. There's she's seen what her big sisters use.
De Janeiro?
Yeah,
the
Bumble. Yeah.
When we go through the airport, she just locks her eyes on it when you walk through the duty free, and she just wants it. She doesn't know what it is, but she knows she wants it.
We'd obviously before Christmas we'd moved Chloe from Sophie's room into Maddie's room because it just makes sense. Maddie and Chloe play together all day, every day. They play mums and babies, that kind of thing. Funny story, I heard them arguing the other day over who wants to be Sarah, the mum. I went, guys, you're arguing over the wrong person. You need to argue over who wants to be Joel. He has an easier life. You got it all wrong, guys.
He doesn't, because he has to put up with Sarah.
Don't argue for being Sarah. Life is hard. Jokes. No, so I really wanted to get Sophie a makeup desk, and it was the best buy because she doesn't play with toys. She doesn't I still bought her a couple of little toys, but she opens it, loves it for 10 minutes, and then
she
that's
just likes
it.
the novelty of opening the toys. She doesn't actually like
She
to play with
sits
toys.
at her desk doing her makeup, or whether it's her products or just colouring. She takes her colouring up there. She has loved it.
If anyone saw, I think loads of people did because it got a lot of views on my story on Instagram. Because I was sitting on the stairs, I was just on my phone, and I looked in her room, and I said, for the first time ever, because she's turning 13 this month. But obviously, Sophie, she's very delayed. So we don't see her as a teenager. But I was for the first time, I saw a little bit of a glimpse of a teenager in her because she was sat in her room by herself. She was at the makeup desk. She had her iPad on the side. She was watching Netflix. She was doing her makeup. She was playing with slime. She was just chilling in her room like a teenager.
Yeah.
And I was oh my God, there is part in her that is becoming a teenager that is now wanting. That's why, even though she doesn't know what to do with the stuff, it's she wants it because that's what teenagers want. And also her having her own room, I never realized before like how much that would actually mean to her, because she never like expressed that she didn't want to share.
Yeah.
Because I don't think she was even aware that that was an option. But now she has
There's
a
sign
sign
on her
on
door.
her door that says no sisters allowed, and she goes mental if they go in her room, just like
Yeah.
a teenager.
Especially if we've had obviously over the Christmas period, we've had a lot of family over. So even then, like she goes, "Mummy, tell them, not in my room, not in my room." Like, and she freaks out, and I go, "No, they won't go in your room." Like, we have to tell them, not in her
I
room.
had to keep going up and tell Chloe and Maddie because they were just winding her up.
Yeah.
Like, you stay out of her room.
Well, annoyingly, in Sophie's room, she has a really, as a kid, the cupboard is really cool. Like, it goes quite far back. They can get on top.
It's a good hiding place.
It's a good hiding place. So naturally, they keep going in there and hiding in there when they play hide and seek. So it's trying to remind them that they can't go in there because. Did you know I found a bag of snacks in that drawer, in that cupboard?
Oh, that was me.
Sophie's. No, all her. She loves spicy crisps, so she had loads. And I was like, "What are these doing up here?" Like, yeah, she didn't want to share those.
Snacks.
She don't want to share those with her sisters. But yeah, that was my best buy. All I need to do now is buy a rug to go underneath it because the makeup that she uses, I don't want it going all on the carpet. So I need to get a rug so it doesn't ruin the carpet.
That's a good shout.
I can see that.
Oh my God, her makeup, right? Sometimes she does it and it looks quite good. And it's like, oh, you've actually pulled that off, right? And sometimes she comes down and oh my God, she looks ridiculous. She comes out, she's drawn on, like, you know how girls like draw on like freckles, right? She's drawn them on, they look like moles, right? They're all over her face, yeah?
No, but the
Charlie
funniest
Chaplin,
thing,
should we say Charlie
Charlie
Chaplin? It's a bit more
yeah.
PC. She draws these little Charlie Chaplin eyebrows.
No, the funniest thing is my niece had allowed her to do her makeup. She'd gone up. It was so sweet. She'd gone up and let Sophie do her makeup. For some reason, Sophie decided to draw on her eyebrows with a permanent marker, and my niece allowed that.
She must have thought it was probably just part of the makeup, like.
So she comes down
with a Sharpie.
with a Sharpie on, but when I look, oh my God, I don't know how to say this PG. She looked like she had a willy on her head.
She's drawn a penis eyebrow.
Obviously, Sophie doesn't know what that is, so it's just the way she's tried to draw it, but the shape. So I shout out, "It looks like a not so PG." We are all in hysterics, laughing like at this. But then when you're like, try not to laugh too hard because you think she might get upset in a minute, but she didn't, thankfully. But it was so funny.
Oh my God!
But yeah,
Quite the little artist is Sophie.
Without even knowing it. Okay, so let's talk about New Year's resolutions.
Talk to me, baby.
Do you have any? Oh, Josh,
you wait till I take a sip of my drink and ask.
What do you think I was going to go with that? Like,
I thought you was going to talk for a bit. That's why I thought I'll have a quick break.
No, do you have any?
I'll just carry this podcast, guys.
Oh yeah, all right.
Okay, so New Year's resolutions.
Do people believe in them? Do you do them? Like, because like naturally, like I've got a gym class today. Like naturally I want to get back into, because I've eaten so gross. Like I have eaten so much junk food. I want to feel healthier anyway. So I'm going to go back to the gym, but I always went to the gym. I just kind of stopped over the Christmas period. So is it a New Year's resolution? I just want to feel better. Like, I don't know.
So my thing with New Year's resolutions is, I think a lot of New Year's resolutions that just are like general things that like I'm going to stop smoking, I'm going to run every day or whatever. Like generally people do set themselves up to fail with that. But I find that it's more about looking at your life as a whole and where you want your life to go. So I kind of set more like vision board type stuff. Like I'll do like a vision board. I'll do like this is where I want my life to be in a year. This is what I want my life to look like.
Yeah, because that's how I would rather do it. I'd rather do like, what is the whole goal for 2025? What would we like to have achieved? Because I think even when you've got a goal like of something, subconsciously, if it's there, like you said, like vision board, if it's there, subconsciously you're making decisions that help you get there. And I'd rather think of that than, like what you said, say, oh, I'm going to go to the gym every day, when I know I can't. That realistically, that I think can't that's fit in where my life. Like
that's where people set themselves up to
I'd
fail.
love to be able to go more, but
yeah, they set unrealistic, and like it's too hard to sustain whatever it is they're setting. So like for me, like when I do vision boards or I do like goal setting, like big picture stuff, I don't even like necessarily look at that vision board after I've done it, and I don't necessarily like read those goals or like be like, oh, what am I doing this month to move forward to my goals, right? Because my ADHD just doesn't really allow me to do that stuff. But what I do find is that when you get really, really crystal clear with where you want your life to be and what those things are, you're kind of like telling your subconscious brain, even when I'm not thinking about this, you know where I want to go.
Yeah.
And I want you to always be thinking about it. So when you see an opportunity to get me closer to that thing, lead me. So that's kind of like the universe. It's kind of like whatever you want to call it, like affirmations, like it does work. Like when I look back at vision boards I set before, like before starting YouTube, like I had a vision board of like starting YouTube, what we wanted life to look like, how much we wanted to earn, wrote it all down, was like really crystal clear with it. Never looked at it again, but it was there. And then
how many people do you think ate 12 grapes after TikTok have gone crazy?
oh my God, I think half the population was under a table at midnight eating grapes.
Me and Joel did.
We did it.
We were home alone on New Year's Eve.
He choked on them damn grapes.
Me and Joel.
12 grapes a lot to get through in 1 minute.
So it's a Spanish thing that it's meant to be bring
Is it
good
though?
luck. Yeah.
Is it?
Yes, it's meant to be Spanish.
Is that just because of what
I'd already
said in the office yesterday?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'd already seen that it's a Spanish thing and it's meant to be for good luck. Like, so you can say what it is you would like. There's loads of different variations of it. TikTok have gone mad for it for falling in love. Like, have 12 grapes and you're going to fall in love within that year. So me and Joel didn't do that.
So it was trying to fall in love with me again.
Please with the grapes. Please fall in love. No joke. We won't say what ours is, but if it then comes true.
But let's just say 2 days later, we got a call about that thing that we thought was out the window. The thing that we ate the grapes
I don't want to say I'm not
gonna ruin it.
I just like it's in the universe.
The thing that we ate the grapes for, 2 days later, we got a phone call and it was not supposed to be going ahead at all. And we were like,
Joel rang me and I don't think you've ever rang me and I've screamed so loud over something. I couldn't contain my excitement because I was like, those grapes!
I heard your little feet stamping on the ground like this.
I was in my car like, I was like, oh my gosh,
I must have
those
been on
grapes.
the steering wheel or something.
And
hanging around.
I rang B, we've just mentioned her earlier, our PA. I rang her and I told her. She was like, damn it, why didn't I eat grapes at midnight? Damn. Damn you. No, but like in our house, we are huge, like into manifesting and believing it's going to happen. Like
we're not like nuts, not like weird about it. We don't all sit around in circles with like crystals and stuff like that. But if you're into that, that's fine. Yeah. But we're not like massively into it. We just believe in it.
No, but I strongly believe so. Like
we're not going around doing chants like
no. So maybe I start. Well, it's working for us.
But we are eating grapes under a table, so like we are weird about it.
Manifest like whatever you say and you put in that universe. So if you speak negatively or you say I can't do that or I'm gonna be ill, I'm gonna do this. Like what you say is so powerful. So I really believe
power.
The words have power. So talk like I am gonna do this. I am gonna be this because also not only that, like. You then believe in yourself to do it.
Yeah.
Rather than be like, I can't do that. You've already set yourself
up
to fail. Like, you can do it. Like,
I don't know if I ever said this before, but when Sophie was really ill when she was a baby and the doctors are saying that she might not make it to be a teenager and stuff, every single morning I would, in the car, on the way back from the gym, I would be speaking out loud, like manifesting. If you pulled up next to me at traffic lights, you would think this guy's crazy. There's no one else in the car. This guy is shouting, like passionately. I would be saying out loud, Sophie is fine. Sophie is like, I see Sophie living in a full life. She's healthy. She's this, she's that. I'd just speak it out like constantly, like passionately speak it out. And, it all come true. Like her health is not an issue now. Like, and her health was like, it was touch and go back then. We just honestly didn't know what to expect. So like, I think if there's something that you really passionately want in life, speak it out, write it down on paper, write it as if it's already happened, right? As
even like my friend struggled for years, and I know people struggle to have babies and then they still can't. So I'm not saying that manifesting, but me and her daily we would speak on the phone Monday to Friday. We're like on the ways to work, and we would be like, you are going to have a baby. You are going to, like, she had rounds of IVF, it failed. And, and it was like, what, 15 years? And then she did naturally fall pregnant when she...
Which is just an absolute miracle.
And I'm not saying, like, because I know that this is a really touchy subject for some ladies that can't, so I'm not saying that this then will help people, but like, I'm just saying we believed and but
what does it hurt to try?
Yeah.
What have you got to lose? It doesn't cost you anything. Like...
No, but it is hard. The ups and the downs of that roller coaster, like, as much as we said it every day, the crying of each month being on her, like, it's hard. It's
I'm
really,
not taking
really,
away
like,
from that.
no, but I'm like, and now I say to her, like, I wrote on her first birthday card, like, this is the baby we prayed and manifested for. She was worth the wait. Like, she's just adorable. So
she's a cute bubs.
But yeah, so our New Year's resolution is going into manifesting, but
yeah, because the thing is, like,
think it and believe it, guys. That's
like, I think the new year, I think what I'm saying is, like, yes, there are, things that you want to change in your life, but I also think bigger picture, setting it out into the universe, it is a great time to just do that.
Also, do you know what I think? 2025, make it a year to make memories. Say yes more, do more fun things, make memories with your family, your friends, like, on your own, whatever that is. Like, like, everyone did that back to 2024, like, looking at the memories. Like, and I know I saw a lot of people be like, oh, not another one, it's so cheesy. But I felt like even if you've had a bad year, there are some positives in it. And to look back at those memories, it is a good reminder that you might have had some part, like, it might have been a really terrible year, but just to find something that you can look back on and smile at, some memory of the year, I thought was really, really nice to do. So
I also think, like, it's a time, like, life is short. Like, if you're not happy with your life, like, there's things you can do to change. There's circumstances you can't change or won't change overnight, but there's little things you can do to change the course of your life. And small, tiny, like, there's this, when you're, I'm going to butcher this, I always butcher these quotes, but basically, if you're flying an airplane, right, if you move the, like, direction thing, like, literally, like, one tiny degree, yeah, you'll end up in a completely different country, yeah. And in the moment, it doesn't feel like you're really going in a different direction, but over time, like, you could end up in a completely different place. So you change that either negatively or positively, could have a huge effect. And there are tiny things that we can change in our life, even when our other circumstances are really bad. So yeah, hopefully we've motivated someone.
Hope so. And if not, there is a really good so Roxy, I can't remember her surname, but she has, like, a manifest book, and it's just brilliant. I went to a seminar of hers, and I was so empowered by it that, like,
that's the other thing I was gonna say, like, reading books. If you've never read a self-help book, yeah, like, like, honestly, the motivation and inspiration you get from that is good. So yeah, so wow, we got quite deep there, to be honest.
It did.
Yeah,
we've got a couple of the.
Wait, are we, like, motivational speakers now?
And basically,
we're taking bookings, guys.
Basically,
we're doing events.
I'm going to be up there on the stage, like.
So, guys, here we have 12 grapes.
Yeah.
And a table. This is how we changed our lives. Right, so we asked you guys, what are your New Year's resolutions on Instagram? And these are some of the best ones that we got through. So, working on my resting face. And I'm guessing that means working on your resting bitch face.
Yeah, it must be. Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, that can get you in some pretty sticky situations. And some people do have that and they don't know. The nicest of people sometimes actually...
Oh, we've even said, like, sometimes Casey's
comes... I said the nicest of people.
Yeah. Sometimes people are, like, thinking Casey and Grace look sad or what, and they're just...
Yeah, like, in the back of the video, sometimes they just be like daydreaming, like, oh my God, Casey and Grace look so sad to be in these videos. Someone send help. No more energy drinks.
Oh, that's a really good one. Because I think, like, especially in 2024, I drank too many. I think that should be something that I...
At one point, I was drinking like 4 of them a day. And the thing is...
So bad.
It was actually really bad because the effect was, like, like, by the end of the day, I was, like, completely brain dead. I was, like, crashing out. And even though in the moment, like, it feels good, I don't know. Somehow I've managed to cut it. Like I can go days without having one
Yeah.
now.
Well, you
I
stopped
didn't-
for ages.
I didn't even intentionally. I must have just changed little things in my routine that just ended up.
Mm.
I don't know what happened. I think also quitting vaping helped because I stopped going to the shop to buy a vape. Then I didn't buy the energy drink.
Yeah.
That must be what it was. Hang my clothes up when I buy them instead of leaving them in a bag on my floor. Listen, I could leave them on the floor for weeks if Sarah wasn't on at me. So yeah. But when you first buy them, why are you not wearing them?
I put the next one in.
Convince my husband to have baby number 6.
Joke.
Oh my god,
Joke.
someone's actually wrote this.
Yeah.
So
That's lovely. Lovely for them, just not for
6
us.
kids. Wow,
My
we
sister
really
has
drew the line
My
at
sister
5,
has 6
guys.
kids.
I know she did.
So it's nice. Like
I'm just saying, it's a lot of kids, isn't it?
it is a lot of kids, but
Well, it's so nice that she made me go and get the snip. That's how
no,
much she
because
thinks 6 kids
ours
is
has
great.
started way too long. I bet their gap isn't as long as ours, and like, but I actually on this we actually looked after our nephew the other day, and I videoed you with him because you were super cute. And then the next day we just so happened to go for a walk with them, and you were holding him, and again it was just really cute, so I videoed it. So many people like, please have another baby, please have another baby.
It's not possible, guys.
And like, oh, are you broody? Like even your friend was like, is Joel broody?
I was, but she's had me neutered, so
I loved
I'm
having
not
him, but I
capable.
loved being able to give him back. I wasn't broody.
to be honest, I agree. Like we shouldn't be having many more kids, but there is still that you think, oh, it's so nice, isn't it? But yeah, convince your husband to have baby number 6.
Do
Good luck
it.
with that.
Yeah. Let us know within the year.
Yeah, let us
Just
know how it's
manifest
going.
it. Don't convince him. Manifest it.
I don't know if you should manifest someone to do something against their will. I'm not sure that's how it works.
No, you just put it out there in the universe and be like,
Manipulate him.
yeah.
Write in a diary each day of what I've been up to so I can look back on the year. That's quite a nice idea, actually.
Yeah, it is cute.
I used to keep a diary, not so much like but I used to just journal.
Well, I think I have said like something that helped me through the grief of Mickey. Each night, because his name's Mickey, I got a Mickey Mouse book, and I wrote every night like 3 things that at least made me smile that day. So even if I've had a really bad day in grief, again, it's like kind of what I was saying, like there's always something, even if it's down to like the birds, like being able to walk and see the birds in the sky, or that it was sunny that day, or, like it doesn't have to be some big thing that made me feel blessed and happy. So
gratitude journaling is actually really, really helpful for, especially when you're going through a negative time, because the smallest of things that you take for granted, like on the way to school when Casey and Grace were little and they would be like moaning about going to school, whatever, like sort of too early in the morning, I was like, all right, be grateful that you get to go to school. Like think about kids in the world who can't go to school. They would be dying to go to school. Like the fact that you had hot water this morning, you have hot water just on a tap in your kitchen, in your bathroom, like the smallest of things. And you realize actually in life, we take so much stuff for granted.
So I think that's a lovely idea. Because then again, at the end of the year, you can read back through.
Oh my God, this next one's lovely. Do a handstand up and down the stairs.
Oh, Chloe tries this.
Chloe tries this. Who is doing this?
Yeah.
Listen, I believe in you. Yeah, you can do this. I don't know why you want to do that, but
we want to see a video of it when you can do it. Just be careful, don't break no bones.
Take pictures to look back on and not for social media. I realise I don't take hardly any pictures.
I'm rubbish at
taking
photos. At Christmas, I didn't get any photos.
I didn't either.
Like, oh my gosh, can we just actually talk about how cute Casey was? Casey didn't open her presents when we first gave them to her because she was too busy filming her little sisters. Because she said to me about Christmas not being that exciting. And I'd said, well, when you get older, unfortunately, it does feel that way. But you have to get involved with the kids. Again, what we said earlier, like that's the magic of it, seeing them. And she thoroughly enjoyed Christmas. Like, so Christmas Eve, the tradition of going to your auntie's, she left early because she was like, I know the kids will be up early and I want to make sure I'm awake for them. So she left, and it was just so nice. Like, again, like for me to see her being like that. So she actually has videos and pictures.
She did a little Christmas Day vlog.
So cute.
It was really, really
so cute.
Also, I got my shower on Christmas Day. You know, like we were saying about how I'd never get to shower. before everyone, like, I actually got up.
Because Sophie,
early,
because Sophie woke up, and then you and me woke up, and I said I won't wake the rest up yet because obviously Maddie and Chloe were still sleeping. So I was like, so if you want your shower, now's the time. I think it was like 6:30, and I was like, I'll wait till 7. Like, so me and Sophie just laid in bed.
Just the little things in life, guys.
And you got your shower.
I got my shower.
And then we woke everyone up at 7. And then that's when we said about my dad, but he was like, I've been up since 6 a.m. Merry Christmas. He was like waiting for the kids to wake up.
Oh,
it's so cute.
To have a reset in my room every Sunday.
Oh, nice. Maybe this could be Grace's.
Grace's a reset.
If only.
Develop a signature nod that screams, I'm listening when I'm zoned out 10 minutes ago.
Well, you've perfected that. You've perfected that. Maybe you could teach them.
No, do you know what it is as well? It's like when you realise 10 minutes in you've not been listening and you desperately are trying to piece together what is happening because you're too far in, you can't ask.
You are now pretty open and say, sorry, I weren't listening. What was that?
I only do that if you're only like, a few sentences in. If you're like halfway through explaining something, I have to try and piece together and I have to say very generic things like, no way, really? Like to try and, just keep it going. But anyway.
Rubbish.
No, that's brilliant. So one of our favourite comments from previous episode, obviously we had Casey and Ava on, and someone said to Casey, get yourself out with Ava more. As someone whose friends are all married with kids, I miss the nights out. Plenty of time to sleep when you're old. Have fun with your friends whilst you're young. She does. She's turning into an old lady. She needs to get out more.
Yeah, bless her.
She needs to get out there.
Even New Year's Eve, she was home by like 12:30.
Yeah. She's a homely girl, isn't she?
Yeah.
Which is quite nice, but
she's content. She's content with her family and friends. Like, your sister never was that person. Your sister never went out drinking
you either are or you aren't that kind of person.
And she doesn't say now. She's got 3 kids. She's married. She doesn't say to Casey, go out because I feel I missed out. She's very content with life. And if you are just content, like it's nice. Like
my New Year's resolution is to go out more.
I actually said it should be. No, I'm being deadly serious.
I was joking, but Sarah,
we were talking about it, and I said I really think for you should go out with your friends more. And you put it on your Instagram about New Year's, and your friend Steve was like, you should come out with your friends more. And I was like, this is what I'm saying.
He said that as if they're always all out, and I'm just not the only one there. None of us go out. None of us get together.
No, but you need someone to You need a woman in there to organise it. Like,
I nominate you.
Okay, I'll make it a boys group. Hey, I'm in the boys group.
Our boys group is really
What
tame.
picture should I send first?
Our boys group is the most tame, boring boys group ever. It's normally I stop bickering about saying. But anyway, right. I think that's all we got time for. So, guys, we're obviously still trying to get to that 100k subscriber mark. We are
be on our year.
Close. It might line up with our 1 year anniversary.
1 year, because that's February. So, guys, get subscribing, please.
Yeah, and we'll see you next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday, guys. Bye.
Bye.